Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told the Aim of the Ahnas, he was mutamatta', but because if you have Hajj with you, which means you have the slaughtering animal, then you will not come out of the haram. You will come out of the haram after the slaughter of the. Sometimes people, so that's the reason some people they say that he was qarin. In fact, he was mutamatta'. He took his camels and his slaughtering animals from Medina Munawwara, and they used to cover them up. They used to have something, hanging from their necks to tell them that these are the what you call the animals which are going to be slaughtered. Inshallah, probably in the journey of Hajj, we'll discuss the Hajj of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also. But right now, we'll stick to the point where we discuss the rituals and some part of the spiritual aspects of the Hajj. So once, a person performs, so he has to make sure that he takes care of his debts and everything, or and his family he makes sure that he provides them. Then he comes for the Hajj. There's a lot of reward. So there are five different nawaqi, which means that you cannot cross this unless you should have ihram on you. And this is also in details, but we will try to nutshell these rituals because the details of the Hajj are so much that it's difficult to encompass in one setting. And there's a reason in Hajj you have different programs going on because each program takes a lot of detailed discussions, and the spiritual part of that is also very important. So make sure that we uh, perform the Hajj the way it is supposed to be, and we should do it in the correct manner. So most probably we will be doing Hajj mutamatta, which means that you will perform the Hajj, you will wear Umrah when you come from Medina Munawwara or you come from overseas. If you're coming directly to Makkah Mukarramah, depending how your schedule is, you cannot cross the miqat unless you have ihram. Uh, the ihram, you would wear it. You should be in a state of ihram, and you would cross the ihram. You will be in a state of ihram, and you will enter either through if you're coming from Medina Munawwara through Dhul Hulayfa, and if you're coming via in plane and you're landing in Jeddah and your objective is Makkah Mukarramah, then you need to have the ihram. So you would be wearing the ihram before you land in Jeddah. So you will, let's say you land in Jeddah, you will be having ihram. And once when you have the ihram, you will come to your place where you need to stay. And as soon as you come and you put your stuff, and I'm just giving you a rough idea, but probably this is how your program will, you can check with the Mufti Sahib for exact itinerary of your journey. But let's say, assuming that you are coming and you're coming straight to Madinah Makkah Mukarramah, so what you would do is you'll come and you put your stuff, and then if you want to take rest, it's up to you on how the management does it. Then we will do the Umrah. The Umrah will be performed, in which you'll be in a state of Ihram. You will go to Baytullah, and the way the Umrah is performed is, you will go to the Baytullah, and as soon as you see the Kaaba, the du'as are accepted. You will make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then you will do Ramal and Istaba'. Ramal means your shoulder is going to be open, the right side, and Istaba' means you will walk in a jogging style. This is only for the men. The women also will stay in Ihram, and so those are women, they need to cover themselves up the way they cover, but also to make sure that no niqab, the ladies who wear the niqab, they need to make sure that the niqab does not touch their face. So usually they put a cap and then they put the niqab on top of that. So, and the men, they will be in a state of ihram, and they will wear two pieces of cloth, like how you have kafan. This way you will be wearing ihram. One is on the top and one is on the bottom. Izar and rida, what you will wear. Now, once when you enter into the Kaaba, into Baytullah, so you will do the You say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and you will start your tawaf. Each circle is considered as one. So, and the first time you will see, you will do the istilam of the Hajar Aswad. If you cannot, people sometimes put over the perfumes and they put food and stuff like that. So just stay away from that because you are muhrim. You can't have perfume on your body after you enter into the haram. So you will do this seven tawaf of the Kaaba, and then after that, the eighth one also you will do the istilam. Then from there you will go to Maqam Ibrahim, and you will say behind the Maqam Ibrahim if you find a place. Otherwise, any place you can perform two rakat wajib tawaf. Let's say, for example, if you finish your tawaf after Asr or after Fajr, in which Nawafil are makruh. So what you would do, you would just delay it till the sun comes out, and then you could perform those two rakat, which is called wajib tawaf. After that is done, then you will go to then you will drink the Zamzam water, and then from there you will go to the Safa. And then from the Safa you will read as well Allah إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم. You can read this ayah, and then from there you will start your walk from Safa to Marwa. Then there are two places which is called Mirain Khadarin. These are green panels in which the men are encouraged. The sunnah is to run over there. The Sahaba Bibi Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, although the Sahabi says, I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was so fast that his ihram was like lifted up. So and the sunnah is to watch towards towards the Baytullah while you're running. And this is only for the men. The ladies, they would walk at their own pace. So once when you cross that, then you will just walk. In this, you will be staying in dhikr. You will be staying in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will not talk. Same thing will be while you're doing a tawaf. In the tawaf, you are not allowed to talk anything. What you should do in the tawaf? You should do the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm sorry, somebody say something? Action. Uh, so we can do the tawaf. And so in the state of tawaf, you will not talk any worldly talks unless if there's an emergency. The rest will stay in dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-aliyyil azim. Any dhikr which you can, salah an nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. But once when you reach the Rukn Yamani, which is just one corner before the Hajar Aswad, the sunnah is to recite this dua, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. If possible, you can touch the Rukn Yamani also, which is one corner uh, before the Hajar Aswad. So the same thing applies in while you are doing Sa'i. Sa'i means going from Safa to Marwa. Going from Safa to Marwa is called uh, one shot, which means in this way you would cover 7 rounds. 7 rounds of the Baytullah and 7 rounds from the Safa to Marwa. Going to Safa to Marwa is one. Marwa to Safa is one. So in this way you would do 7. After it's done, then you can do your halq or your qasr. Halq means to shave your head. Qasr is to just reduce your 1/4 of your hairs. And then once when you cut your hair in this manner, and the ladies they need to cut getting like one 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 probably an inch and a half. You should again she can cut herself or somebody else. One of the mahram can cut her hairs, and she comes out of the ihram. And the men they need to do this halq, which means shaving, or uh, 1/4 of your head of your hair. This is what they would do. Now you're out of the haram, and you could stay in this position. Now where you can spend most of your time in the Baitullah making salats. The sunnah is the best thing over there is at this point to do the tawaf and nafil, and this is what you can do. Stay in this zikr, in this condition. till you come to a point where you will be the management will tell us when we will be going to Mina. Most probably around 8 of the Hijjah, they will take us to Mina. And from our place, they will take us to go to Mina. Once before we then know the Ihram, we can perform, we can wear the Ihram where we are. I think probably we'll be staying in what we call Azizia, as far as I remember. And then we will do the from there we'll wear the Ihram, and then they will take us in the buses to go to Mina. Now, when we go to the Mina, we will go to Mina. The Hajj, now the Arkan of the Hajj have started. We will go to Mina. From there, we of course we'll be staying at Sirah al-Haram, and we will be doing the talbiyah. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. This is how you again wear the ihram. Those who are coming from Medina Munawwara, they will wear their ihram from Dhul Khulaifa, and they will do the niyat of the ihram. لبيك عمرة, and perform this umrah, and they will make 2 rakat, and after that, once when they do the two rakat, this is the nafil of the ihram. Then they will make the intention of entering into the umrah by saying these words and doing the talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. After that, this is how those people they will enter into the ihram. Similarly, those who are coming from overseas, this is also the same manner. But those coming from Medina Munawwara, they will wear the ihram from Zul Khalifa or Abiyar Ali. Then they will come. The rest will be the same. Now, when we will start going to Mina, so in the Mina, so we will enter into the ihram. This time the ihram will be for Hajj, labbaik Hajj, and then we will make the intention of entering into the Hajj, and you will start the talbiyah, labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Men has to say it loudly, women have to say it soft. This is what we will do. Ji. Talk to you. No. Nothing, nothing like that. There's nothing. The Umrah you have already done, that's gone. It's finished now. There's no more tawaf. I mean, you can do it's not part of the Hajj at this point. You can do your personal tawaf. It's at your own discretion. But that is not part of the Hajj at this point. At this point, because the timing is very important for the Hajj. You have to understand this. Hajj rituals. Hmm, the timing is extremely important in the Hajj. So some things which are uh, voluntary and which are mustahab, which means it's up to you. But being part of the Hajj, that's not part of the Hajj. That's your personal choice. So you will enter into the Haram again when on the 8th. Basically, what are the faraid of the Hajj? One is the Haram, Tawaf Ifada, and Arafah. These are the three things. Or Tawaf Ziyarat. These are the three main faraid of the Hajj. So you will enter into a Haram on the 8th, and once when you enter into the Haram, the bus they will take us to the tents over there. Now we will be going over there probably in the morning, and we'll make our Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr. This was a sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is how usually the the management makes us do like that. So we'll be going over there. We all will be in the state of ihram. So we all will be staying in Mina. Then on the morning then in the morning uh, of the night Dhul Hijjah, they will take us in buses to Arafah. This is our actual Hajj now. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. And he stayed in Mina on the 8th. Then on the 9th, he went to Arafat. And this is what we will also be doing. So they will take us to Arafah and in the Maidan Arafat over there. We will reach there. And if a person who comes to the Mount the Arafat on the 9th, and actually, I will just stick to the main, then we can go to the intricate details. So on the 9th, his Hajj is done. His main Al Hajj Arafat, staying in the Arafat. That's your main thing. And one more of Farz is left, which is called Tawaf Ziyarat, which is going to be in on the 10th and 11th and 12th. So on the 9th, we'll come to Arafat. They'll put us in a tent, and then we are close to the Jabal Rahmat. And after we'll make the Zohar Asr Salat. There's a Salat, there's a Masjid Nimra over there. These two Salats will be performed. Zohar Asr. To according to the Muslim Imam Abu Hanifa Rahmatullah, will make those two Salats at their own times. Sometimes people join them also. So after that, when the salats are done, probably they might let us do some rest. Then the people come out when the sun becomes a little less intensive. Then the people come out of the tents and start making their own du'as and the congregational dua, their own dua. This is the main part of the Hajj. And this is where we will do all our du'as and our acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Arafat. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was he did the khutbah on the Masjid Nimra on the 9th, and then his khutbah was it's available, and he gave a short khutbah. His main time was spent in the dua, and he stood وقوف عرفة, and he stood close to the Jabal Rahmat. It's up to you. You can go to Jabal Rahmat, or you can do your wukuf in your own tent, outside your own tent also. But it's better to be outside your tent, and you can do your own du'as. This is the day in which the shaitan, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was smiling on this day. So, Ya Rasulullah, why you are smiling? The shaitan has, he's extremely upset of the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of this day. Then from there, then from there, you will stay there up to Maghrib. After the Maghrib, we will not perform any salats over there, and we will leave from Arafat to a place called Muzdalifah. We'll reach over there, and over there we'll make Maghrib and Isha together in the Arafat. Sorry, in the Muzdalifah. Muzdalifah is a very important night. This night for the Hajis is considered as Shab Qamar. That's how much valuable it is. Very fan for me, you see them. Yeah, very fan for me. This night is considered as the night of the power. This is how valuable it is for this night. And the wajib time is at the time of Subah Sadiq, after the Fajr. Even if one lahada we stayed there, we have completed the wajib of staying in Muzdalifah. Then from there, then after the Fajr Salat, the Subah Sadiq, the people, they make dua, individual or collective. And then from there, we will leave. And that night is very important night. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said the importance of the night, but also and also But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on this night he took rest. He didn't, he didn't do much ibadah on that night. So the choice is yours. If you want to stay in ibadah or you can take rest. So in the morning on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, we'll go from there, inshallah, to, uh, I think probably they might take us, this is what I'm assuming, they might take us to our, I think no, they'll take us to the first, to the Ramyul Jamarat, where we have to go and pelt the stones to uh, the big shaitan over there. So we will gather the stones on the night of Muzdalifah. But last time when I was Mufti Sahib, they had already arranged for us these stones. So as this might happen this time also. But usually, if you don't have it, then you should collect the stones. And कितने 72 stones होते हैं ना, I think. I remember, probably से कितने पहले दिन के 7 हैं, बाकी तीनों दिनों के, 2 दिन के, और ये अगर आपने 13वीं की भी करनी है. So these are the stones which you need to collect, or they give us a pouch of small stones. So you take these stones, from Muzdalifah, and then we will go to the big shaitan. Over there, we are going to hit the shaitan 7 times. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. رغما للشيطان، ورضا للرحمن. اللهم اجعل هذا حجا مبرورا وسعيا مشكورا وذنبا مغفورا وتجارة لن تبور. You can say this, or you can just say Allahu Akbar, just throw it. Every stone which you hit on the shaitan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive those sins which would put a person into Jahannam. Those sins are forgiven, which puts a man into Jahannam. 7 of those sins Allah forgives them when you are, hitting the stones with that. Then from there, I think they will bring us back to Azizia, and then Qurbani is done, sacrifice of the animal is done. I do not know the management part how it's going to be performed this year, but last year this was done. And after that, because I think the rules have changed somehow, probably Muftisa will give us more into, at that time, the details of how it's going to be performed. But usually the slaughter is done. Then after the slaughter, we can shave our heads, because in the Ahnaf, the tartib is wajib, which means it has to be done in a sequence. So we will shave our heads. After the shaving, then we can go and take a shower, and then you come out of the haram. Everything is halal except coming close to your family. Coming close to the wife. The conjugal rights are not allowed, and other than that, you're out of the haram. So then you would stay. Then from there, the then after that, depending upon how it's up to you, you can take a rest in Azizia, and then you can go to do the tawaf ifada, tawaf ziyarat, which is, I think the hadith says the benefit of that is on the night of the 10th. It's more virtuous to perform the 10th. So the night also belongs to the 10th. 11th night also belongs to the 10th. Wo fadilat milegi. You get the same virtue. So depending upon you, how you want to go, but you have the 10th and 11th, the 12th, up to Maghrib to perform your tawaf ziyarat. So you'll go over there, you'll do the tawaf of the ziyarat. Then there's a sa'i of the Hajj, which people do after the tawaf ziyarat. Then you'll do the sa'i of the Hajj. Then you come back. Now coming back is then from there you have to go. You know, you have to go back to your tent, which is in Mina. Some people who are sick and who can't do that, you know, they have the I mean, like you could. I don't want to, say it, but it's up to them. But the sunnah is to go back to tent. But if they can't go because of whatever reasons, there is no dam on them, according to the Hanafi Muslim. But the sunnah is that a person from there, and this is a really tough journey because you have performed all of these amal and then you have to walk from from Azizia because at that time they don't let any buses, any transportation to enter into the Mina. So basically, you're on your own feet. So it's just on your own feet. You just go from there, go down to your tent, and then you will go. Last time, I think our tent was very close to the Jamarat, so it was pretty easy. It was just a 15-minute walk. Once when you reach your tent, to go and do the pelting of the stone, it was easy. So on that, depending upon when you come back, you come back on the 10th night, or whichever is convenient, or whenever you got free. After doing that, you will go to your tent. Let's say you go back to your tent on the this will be the 11th night. Then on the 11th day, you would go and you will do the running of all the three stones of the three jamarat, the small one and the medium and the large. You'll go over there, you'll hit the seven, the first one, then you go to the second one. After the seven, you hit the first one, then Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made long dua facing Kaaba. Then from that, you go to the second one, you will hit the stones, and then you made dua. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made long dua. Then from there, you go to the third one and you hit him with the stones. After that, there's no dua. Then he left. Then you come back to your tent. This is the 11th night. Together, you come back to your tent. You stay over there in your tent. Then on the 12th, the throwing of these stones are mandatory. You have that on the wajib of the Hajj. You have to perform it. If somebody who can afford to go and back and forth because of his uh, if he's old or he has some or he can go over there, then they can do tawkil. They can assign somebody to go and hit the stones on their behalf. They could do that. Just take my stone. You have to give them the authority. They go over there and then they hit the stones on their behalf. First, they will hit their stones, then they will hit the stones on their behalf. Let's say your father, anybody else. Please, I can't do it. You're just going to take care of it. So you'll take the stones and you go and you will, hit the what do you call the stone in the jamarat. So this is कौन सा दिन था 11वीं या 12वीं 11वीं दिन कर रहा था ना अभी हम 11वीं. This is what we'll do. Then we come back, we stay over there in our tents. Then on the 12th, again we perform the same performing that you will go and hit the stones, all three of them. And then after that, you have to leave before the Maghrib. And if you stay there, then you have to do the Rami of the 13th also in the morning. So usually people after that, I think last time they stayed in Azizia, then from there, some people who, if the tent is too far away, what they do is this: they spend a chunk of the night because the sunnah is to spend Raat ka aksar hissa. Most part of the night you can stay in the Mina. So people sometimes they enter into the Mina for some time, they stay there, and then they perform the Rami and then they come back. So these over there, inshallah, that we will discuss at that point because this is just to get you some rough estimate, rough idea about how the major parts of the Hajj will be performed. Because it might even be difficult for you to remember all these intricate details. That inshallah we'll discuss it while the Amal is being performed. Then on the some people who want to stay for the 13th, Quran says, فَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ مَنْ تَعَجَّلَ فِي يَوْمٍ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ لِمَنِ اتَّقَى. And the 13th night still is there. If you want, you can stay there and you can perform all the three Rami, and then this is you're done. After that, no, after the Rami of Jamarat, then nothing left is there from the Hajj except one which is wajib, which is called Tawaf al Wida. Tawaf al Wida, which means the Tawaf al Wida, can I give? The farewell Tawaf. I'm trying to do the true translation. So this is just to get an idea. The farewell Tawaf, which is wajib, we have to perform. Any Tawaf which was done after the Tawaf al Ziyarat also could be termed as Tawaf al Wida. By the way, this is the aspect of the Hajj. It's better that you should do this tawaf if you can do the last, I mean, this should be the last tawaf, and then you leave. And this is tawaf al-wada. It's called. So once when this is done, mashallah, then your Hajj is over. Then you will go to the Medina Munawwara. Some people who go to Medina Munawwara early, some people after the Hajj, they go to Medina Munawwara. Medina Munawwara has a lot of adab and a lot of etiquettes and a lot of things which needs to be taken care of. Probably we might have to have a session for that in detail about how our time should be spent in Medina Munawwara, what needs to be done, what are the things. These are the aspects. But we just right now we are focusing only on our Hajj. And inshallah, at that time, we can have another time in which we discuss in detail how our time has to be spent in Medina Munawwara, because it's one of the very most important part of this journey. Also, going to Medina Munawwara, spending time correctly in Medina Munawwara, and right now, we'll stick to our topic, which is Hajj. So these are once when you have performed these, you have finished off with all the ahkam of the Hajj, and this Hajj is your Hajj rituals are done. There's some of the things which we said, these are wajib, and some of the things, the faraid I just mentioned to you. The three main things. One is the ihram, and the second is tawaf Arafah. The third one is tawaf Ifada. These are three main arkan of the Hajj, and then there are other things which are wajib, which if you delay or you miss it, the Hajj is you have to understand something. In Hajj, if you do it knowingly or unknowingly, either you have sadaqah or you might have dam. Dam means slaughtering of the goat in the vicinity of the haram. There is a haram which is where the tan'im is. This is the beginning of the haram, which means in this all area, like even in Azizia, any place, if you make salat, that's multiplied by 100,000 times. Any amal which is done in the haram area, uh, this is called the reward is 100,000 times. So you have to be very careful. And so these are I just covered the aspects of the rituals of the Hajj. Most probably, if you have anything, you can ask. This is one part of the Hajj. The other thing is this, which is the other part of the Hajj, which is more important also, that how this Hajj has to be performed correctly. Before going to Hajj, make sure that you ask forgiveness from everybody, especially your friends, your relatives, your parents, your spouses, your siblings. Ask forgiveness from them to make sure that you are going to the house of Allah and you come with a clean heart. Because Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Baytullah Hajar al-Aswad Yaminullah fil. This is Allah ka heart. It's the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is like a stamp. If somebody comes with a pure heart, Allah will stamp him of purity. But if somebody comes with a wrong intention, you know, because laws change when you're over there. Let's say, for example, in this area, any place besides the Haram and besides the Kaaba and besides the Medina Munawwara, let's say if a person, he thinks evil or he has evil thoughts and evil, thinking or he's planning something bad for somebody, he might not be reprimanded unless he performs it. But Baytullah is a different case. Quran says, وَمَن يُرِدْ فِيهِ بِإِلْحَادٍ بِظُلْمٍ نُذِقْهُ مِنْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Even if you just think evil, if you think bad about somebody, if you plan something bad for any individual, Allah said, I'm going to catch them. So you got to be careful. You need to purify yourself and you need to be extremely careful. You need to be extremely careful. You don't, you're not going on a vacation. You have to be careful. You're not going on not going to visit some country to go and enjoy the place. You have to be careful. You are visiting the house of Allah. What you speak. A few things which you need to be very careful. When you go over there, do not look at the faults of the people. Do not complain. Do not talk bad. Do not think evil. This is because you cannot play around with. Uh, now, what do you say? Somebody say something? Nothing. It was my mistake. Acha, acha, कोई मसला नहीं. So, my dear brothers and sisters also listening, please I request them. This is the place you have to be very careful. You're not on a vacation. So when you go over there, don't look at the faults of the others. It's like, I'll give you an example. Oh, brother, I went over there and I saw people are doing that. Forget about the people. They're not out there for the people. You're out there to do your own thing. You want to make sure that your Hajj is accepted. You're not looking. Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say you come to my house. I've invited all of you to come to my house for the wedding of my daughter or of my sister. Everybody's here. And somebody comes and says, you know what? Your guests are, they're so filthy, they don't know how to wash their hands. And they say, oh, these people are. And they talk and they're discussing these things among their groups. How would I feel? Why are you talking bad about my guest? That's between me and them. Who are you to interfere into my affairs and start looking at the faults of the guests which have come to visit me? Everybody over there is a guest of Allah. Don't look at their faults. The main focus should be ourselves. When we look at our own faults, I'm out there to fix myself up. I'm out there. What is the objective? You have to understand something. The main part of the Hajj, what the Hadith is, when Hajja walam yarfuth walam yafsuq. The main part of the Hajj is sabr. This is the main thing. The comfort, I have seen it. Allah has given me the opportunity to perform before also Hajj. I've seen it. You can't buy comfort over there. Everything is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah has decreed for you, you will get it. But if you see something which is, uncomfortable, things like that, you have to do sabr. Allah could have made Hajj all year round, like Umrah is all year round. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constrained it only for the 5 days because He wants you to go and تتحكك. عرفت كيف؟ تتحكك, which means you go and rub with each other so that the sins can be forgiven. You have to, when you wash the clothes, you beat the clothes with each time, right? So this cleaning, it cleans the clothes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He puts all of us on those 5 days together. And imagine, I mean, look at this. He's saying Hajj is Arafah. You have to be on the Arafah. Everybody has to be there. Only on the night. Let's say if I go to Arafah today, and mashallah, I've done Hajj. No, brother, it doesn't work. You cannot go to Arafah. People, somebody was saying to me, I remember once, said maybe Hajj kar kya, Arafat to ho kya gaya? I've been to Arafah and came. No, brother, it doesn't work. You have to be only on the ninth. Well, when you feel like going there, it is just tourism. That's all it is. Hajj is only on the ninth. So Allah made sure that you be there on the ninth to get the Hajj. He wants everybody to be there. And then He constrained of a ziyarat only 10th, 11th, and 12th up to the Asr Maghrib. That's it. And then you have to, so He wants us to rub with each other. So the main thing, what is it? Person has to control his tongue. Don't you're spending, how much the house has become expensive. You're spending all of this money. Do not destroy your Hajj for your personal things which makes you uncomfortable. It's not worth it. Those who are going for Hajj, be mentally prepared. I need to zip my mouth. I mean, please excuse me for being crude, but that's the fact. We should not come there with our attitudes. अपनी तबीयत को अपने मुल्क में छोड़ के आइए आप. Leave your personalities in your own countries. Don't come, I'm this guy, I'm that guy. It doesn't matter. Over here, you're all in the same cloth. in the Arafat. Oh, because I'm a big sheikh, so I can have a black, I can have a special uh, haram, big shot, special haram. If I'm a big, sheikh, so I'm gonna wear this kind of clothes. Or I'm a big, rich man, so I'm gonna have, a haram made up of gold. It doesn't work like that. You can't wear a haram. You're gonna wear the same haram which the poorest guy is gonna wear. Nothing else. You wear the same thing. All of the so everybody's equal. So our attitudes, our temperaments, our style, our mizaj, please keep it where you came from. Don't bring that with you in Hajj. Because if you bring it, nobody will be in a loss except yourself. You will be the one who will be in loss. You think the management will be in loss? Or the people living over there will be in loss? Or the people who are with you, will they be in loss? Nobody will be in loss. Yourself, you will be in loss. It's not worth it. Because when a person comes, Allah wants you to be like this. Allah wants you to get rubbed. Things will happen against your nature. Learn to control. Allah, this is what Allah wants. You don't come on. I was there last time. Somebody was saying, "Oh, I need to have my personal space." This is not. You can have personal space and don't do it off. Excuse me, are you in your dreams? And what is this? The person? How can you have personal space in tawaf? I asked him. So I tell personal. Yeah, kacha. Personal space doesn't work like this. Allah wants you to be there, and Allah wants you to be in this congestion, so that the cleaning can take place. These are the things which need to be mentally prepared, so that we should not come over there and on a pitiful thing, on a small thing, we lose all our Hajj. And we lose. That's why the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is very clear. Man hajja walam yarfuth walam yafsuq la jidala fil hajj. There's no arguments. There's no fighting. الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب. They said, Ya Rasul, what is the Hajj? إطعام الطعام. You'll be sitting in a bus. Sometimes see people, they come down on the bus. Oh, feeling thirsty, just buys one bottle of water. Buy for everybody. You won't get poor. They're spending so much money to come to the Hajj. Learn to spend. Don't come with this attitude. How much I can save? Some people when they go for vacation, they are with this attitude of how much I can save. I went to $10,000, and I save a lot of money. I was being very careful. You're not on a vacation, my dear. You're not on a vacation. You're over here. What is Hajj? طعام. Feed the people. Get learn. Uh, if Allah has blessed you with the money that you have, Allah has brought you with, spend it. If you spend one riyal over there, $1 if you spend, how much you gonna get? That's multiplied by 100,000 times. एक लाख के बराबर है. It's over 100,000. You don't get that much reward, and you come closer to Allah. Show to Allah, oh Allah, I'm out there. Go with your open heart. Go with your open fist. And once I don't want to be, I don't want to open up the mistake, but some we were in one place. Uh, so we were sitting, and somebody was distributing this thing. So he was saying, don't drink too much, don't drink too much. Yeah, let them drink. Don't drink too much. But if Allah has blessed you with, you have so much, open your hands, open your arms, open your heart. Learn to spend on others. Learn to have patience. The people who you are elder, who the elders are there, learn to respect them and serve them. If you're serving somebody who are elderly, then you are serving you. The reward is 100,000 times. So the main part of the Hajj is this: that a person, when he comes back, and if he controls himself. And one thing is very important. I think I mentioned earlier that we control our tongues, and at the same time we control our thoughts. Don't let the thoughts wander, because the the attacks of shaitan will increase over there. Because shaitan doesn't want you to go back clean and neat. Because if you have money, the robbers will come after you. So you're getting such a huge reward from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. You think people, the shaitan will not be after that? So two things, shaitan. The dhikr of Allah can control the shaitan, but one thing is this: what about the nafs? Nafs means your personality, your habits, your temperaments. Sometimes these personality traits are not which is loved by Allah. وَجَدَّ ذِكْرَ Kafir Janab, they used to praise their forefathers. Allah is saying, praise Allah more than that. Don't discuss worldly things. Don't discuss politics. Don't discuss halat hadira, or what's happening in the world. Oh, don't discuss, oh, this is what I do, this is what I do. You're not over here to discuss yourself. You're over here to be connected with Allah. Allah has called you in His home. Allah has called you in His place. You want to be connected with Him. So don't discuss your man, man, my profession, this is what I do. Oh, this is how we do business. Like one person, like where I live. Oh, they were in the Hajj together, and he said, so he went in partnership with one of his person over there, and then they had a huge. So these two they fought. They fought, and he had to spend thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get separated from each other. And he was telling me, "Oh, you know what? We were in the same house, and we were in the same hotel, and we were doing this." I said, "How come this guy? He was trying to slick. He was trying to get hold of the 500 acres which I bought, and then it was supposed to be a business deal. The reason he said, why this happened? The reason is you were there not for a business deal. You are there to be." هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم. You are over there. The business which will save you from Jahannam. You were over there, and oh, how nice. It was very exciting. I got the right guy, and he'll take care of us. We're starting a big, huge project. पता नहीं कितने millions के पूरे अपने घरों को collateral पे रख दिया. He put his whole houses and his buildings on collateral. And फिर उसने सही कर, mashallah, he took care of him good. He had to spend thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get himself detached from this person. So he was saying, why? Because the place which you went, this is not the place where you look out for, businesses. आप तिजारत करने नहीं है। वो तो मजबूरी है लैस अलैकुम जुनाहुन तब तो फضلا من ربكم. Allah ने कहा ठीक है, if you're out there, you have no money, ठीक है, do some business to cover your expenses. It's better than asking people. But if you have money, why you're not out there to looking out for business or getting a business opportunity? You're out there, the biggest business to be connected with Allah. You're there for that reason. Quran is saying, what do you need to do over there first? Oh, ashad the dhikra. Stay in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be connected with Allah. This is the reason you're over there. So, and the lady is discussing, ये कपड़ा अच्छा है, ये जॉर्जेट है, ये पता नहीं क्या है. This is the things which you can buy from there. This is cheap over there. You're not out there for all of these things. You're out there only with one business. That how my life can change, how I could change the way I was before. The life has this Hajj has changed me because I have been to Allah. He won't let you go back empty handed. He'll give you a lot, provided you come with the right attitude. He wants to give you. हम तो माइल बकरम तुम में साइल ही नहीं राह बतलाए किसे रैनो मंजिल ही नहीं. He wants to give you, but provided you come with Allah के साथ अदब से लेने आओ. قوموا لله قانتين, अदब से खड़े रहो अल्लाह के लिए. Stand with respect and honor in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Come with a humble attitude. Don't come with a slick attitude with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't come with the intention of, how can I save money, or how can I do some business, or how could I perform some, look out all the people over there, see what they're doing. You listen, if you are going to discuss people, local people, or the officials over there, I have nothing to do. I'm not employed by the officials over there. I'm nothing. But the people who are there, Allah has put them over there. Don't go with the negative attitude. Just want to say, and I won't take much of your time, inshallah, we'll do our Asr also in our place. What the hadith says. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, uh, Ya Salman la tubghiduni. Ya Rasulullah, don't make me angry. How كيف أبغضك وقد هدانا الله؟ أعطنا الإسلام إلى you got Islam through you. قال يا سلمان لو أبغضت العرب لأبغضتني. If you have made them angry, the Arabs, you have made me angry. قال then he said that أحب العرب لثلاث. I love the Arabs for three reasons. لأني عربي والقرآن عربي ولغة أهل الجنة عربي. Because I'm Arab. القرآن is Arabic. ولغة أهل الجنة عربي. And the people of the Jannah is Arabic. And in the Jannah you will speak Arabic. दगा दगा पख्तून पोगी. क्या कहते हैं कोई पश्तो नहीं चलेगी ना उर्दू चलेगी. Nothing, no English. Nothing. Forget Somali also is not there. Only Arabic. memory भी नहीं चलेगी भाई कहाँ से. Only will speak Arabic. hadith में आता हो. ولغة أهل الجنة عربي. Allah will make you forget every language. अब सिर्फ आपकी अरबी चलेगी. Arabic language होगी. You'll be only speaking Arabic over there. तो कहे कि अल्लाह के नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से hadith तिरमिज़ी का. This the reason I love the Arabs. So if you see something wrong, don't look at it. That's none of your business. We don't look at the mistakes of the others. Yes, all of these we don't discuss these things. आप खुदा से जुड़ना है. You're not out there. Allah is not sending us as just to go and judge the people how they have performed the operations. Well, who am I? Allah is sending us to go and get connected with Him. That I am irrelevant. I'm inviting you. You come over here. You come to me so I can clean you. You come to me so I can fix you. You come to me so I can purify you. You come to me so I can give you. When you come to me, you can get anything you want. Uh, anything you can. So, Shaitan is going to make us waste our time in these, added in these situations and in these in these kind of lewd talks and wastage of our resources, because the most important resource which you have is your time. People say, I want to buy time. How can you buy time? Okay, I'm going to the Target. I need to get some, 500 minutes. Police at that time, that's it. Your time is already, you can't buy time. When the lawyers would just say, oh, we want to compensate you for your time. कहाँ से what time the लगे पास चल रहा है? How can you compensate anybody for your time? So there's no such thing. This is just because a person loves money, so they want to give you some money, so you make you happy. No, there's no compensation of time. It's only just to make you happy and give you some money. Yeah. So that's the reason. Just make sure that we don't the shaitan and our nafs, and make sure that we just waste our times. Don't don't waste your time in things of no benefit of this life or of the hereafter. So there are a few things, and ask Allah before those who have not yet been there. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, if you are going there, please make sure that, oh Allah, we don't want to waste our time. Make our Hajj to be accepted, and make our Hajj to be the thing which changes my life. It changes me completely. Oh Allah, make me such that I become muzakka. Muzakka means I am pure. Quran says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى. The one who purifies himself, he is the one who is successful. You need to be purified. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was a dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What was his dua? He taught us, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min sharri nafsi. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from the evil of myself. I'm making dua. I want to stay away from the evil of the people. Forget the people. Allah said, अपने आप से तो बच पहले. First, you stay away from the evil of yourself. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم. If you don't stay away from the evil of yourself, Allah will make you forget about yourself. So dua of Rasulullah, what does Hadith says? اللهم إني أعوذ بك من شر نفسي ومن شر كل دابة أنت آخذ من ناصيتها. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from the evil of myself. Then he added, ومن شر كل دابة, and every creation of Allah. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from them also. أنت آخذ بناصيتها. You have hard. This is called nasiyah. This point, the top of the forehead, this is called nasiyah. Allah, you have the control of all the creation of Allah. On the nasiyah, Allah, I seek refuge from the evil of those. But before that, Allah is saying, first you ask that you stay away अपनी जात के शर से अल्लाह से मांगो पनाह. अल्लाह मैं अपने आप से मेरे शर से मैं पनाह मांगता हूँ. Allah, I seek refuge from the evil of myself, because the most hurt, I mean, I can hurt myself. Who can hurt me the most? Myself. Who can hurt you the most? Yourself. This is what the Hadith same Quran is saying. So Rasulullah says, make this dua. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min sharri nafsi. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from the evil of myself. This is the first dua. What is the second dua? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam talked to Sayyidina Fatima al-Zahra al-Batul radiyallahu anha wa ardah, the daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. How much Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam loved her. Fatima bid'atun minni, she's part of me. Rasulullah used to love Fatima radiallahu. She was the first one to be joined with Rasulullah after he passed away. So Rasulullah taught to Fatima radiallahu. What did she say? Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum برحمتك أستغيث صلح لي شأني كله. Allah, fix all of my affairs. The first is the اسم عظم. أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين. Oh Allah, do not मुझे अपने नफ्स के पलक झपकने के बराबर भी हवाले ना करना. Do not uh, क्या कहेंगे उसको? Do not give my, oh Allah, I don't want, do not give myself ولكن تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة, by the blinking of the eye. I don't want that I should be in the control of myself even to the extent of a blink of an eye. इतनी हद तक भी मैं अपने नफ्स से दूर हूँ. ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين. That, oh Allah, even to the blink of an eye, don't let me be in control of my nafs. I mean, don't let the nafs control me to the extent of just a blinking of the eye. You understand the nafs? Nafs is yourself. You got what you mean, what I'm trying to say. Allah is saying to Rasulullah is saying to her daughter, Fatima radiallahu. Who is this Fatima? This is the leader of all the ladies of the Jannah. When she entered the Jannah, all the ladies will be told, and all the men will be told, please put your gaze low. Because the daughter of Rasulullah, the first lady enter into the Jannah will be Hazrat Fatima to Zahra radiallahu anha. And Allah's Rasul والسلام, is saying to her, oh my dear beloved, my dear daughter, Rasulullah used to love her so much. When she would enter any gathering, he would stand up and he would kiss her on the forehead and make her sit next to him. So, when he would sit with his family and with the ladies, and when she would enter, Rasulullah would stand up for her, kiss her on the forehead, and make her sit next to her. This is the love of Rasulullah to the daughter as Fatima Zahra because of her piety. We want to go to the details of the life of Hazrat Fatima, but the ladies should read this. In your house, if you have daughters, read the uh, read the life of Hazrat Fatima. radiallahu anha. Teach your daughters. This is what they need to memorize the life of Rasul, the life of Hazrat Fatima to our daughters, uh, to our wives, to our sisters, to the ladies. Read them every single aspect of our life. This will show you a lot of guidance, and our purity and our piety will impress you, and your daughters would want to become like them. And if they become like Fatima to Zahra radiallahu anha, they are the most virtuous. uh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would love them because she's an example for us. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying to his Fatima, "Oh my dear Fatima radiallahu anha, read this. Allahumma la takilni ila nafsi tarfat ayn. Oh Allah, do not give the control of my nafs or of myself even to the blink of an eye." This is second dua. Third dua, Allahumma ati nafsi taqwaha وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. Oh Allah, Allahumma ati nafsi taqwaha. Oh Allah, give me uh, piety. Make me pious. Make my nafs pious. Ati nafsi taqwa. وزكيها. Purify me. أنت خير من زكاها. You are the best purifier. أنت وليها ومولاها. So inshallah, these are a few things, which came into my mind when we discussed it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and all of us the opportunity to perform the Hajj Mabrur. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that this Hajj changes us for the better. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our Hajj also and give us the opportunity to go and perform the Hajj again and again. And this becomes a source that it affects us personally, it affects the others also. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our du'as and those who have asked us to make dua for them. Because the Haji, when he goes back, the Hadith says he's going to intercede for 400 people. And the Hadith says before they reach the house, ask them to ask forgiveness. Because before they enter the Hajj, وَلِمَنِ اسْتَغْفِرْ لَهِ. Whoever he makes dua for, Allah forgives them. So that's what the people, what used to happen before, that people used to go outside the city to welcome the Hajis and to ask them to make dua for them because the dua al Hajj mustajab, dua are accepted before they reach the house. And I remember that, before, when the people used to come back from Hajj, people used to greet them on the airport and and to ask them to make dua before they reach the house. They go, "Oh." But then, these things became ritual. But this is a lot of rewards are there. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this. And Mufti Sahib is there? Mufti Abu Bakr Sahib? Okay, I think we can. Okay, then shall we make our dua because we have to make our Hasan Sahib. किसी ने पूछा है? Any questions या बाद में कर लेंगे इंशाल्लाह हमारे असर का वो भी हो रहा है चलो الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين اللهم ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكن من الخاسرين اللهم ارزقنا حجا مبرورا وسعيا مشكورا ذنبا مغفورا وتجارة لم تبور اللهم إني أعوذ بك من شر نفسي اللهم آت نفسي تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث أصلح لنا شأننا كله ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين أو أقل من ذلك لا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين أو أقل من ذلك لا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين أو أقل من ذلك ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين